everybody, and today we are reacting to the Legend of the Cast of the Legend of Vox Machina. Yes, I think this is the last one.
That's what the playlist.
Do you know what that means?
What does it mean?
Do you know what that means?
What does it mean? Campaign
2 is coming. Alright, so you guys may have known, like, if you don't know by now, because we talk about, like, almost every video of these, we are reacting to campaign number 2 of Critical Role. How it's going to kind of work is we're going to split it in half, because they're, what, like,
four hours?
Yeah,
and there's a break.
Yeah, so it's going to be, like, the first half is one, and then there's a break, and then the second half is another, and then we'll go from there. We're going to give, like, long-form type reactions, only because, you know, like you guys keep saying, there's different styles of playing D&D, and we definitely want to see how they do it and go about it, but also at the same time, I think being able to, because I know some people do, like, reactions to, like, the best of and everything. The problem with that is we're very, like, I'm going to say analytical people, and I think just watching the best of is not going to be enough for us to kind of, like, grasp, like, more of the details. Because even if they tell you the consecutive type story and, like, oh, wow, this is what's happened in this episode, that feels more like a recap to me. When we do, like, reactions, we usually do, like, the long-form type reaction where it's, like, 20 minutes, 23 minutes, and then we give, like, a maybe, like, 15, 20-minute review. So with this, it's going to be super long. But since this is the last one, I'm excited because it's about the cast, so they're gonna like, say about their own talents. I wonder how they're going to talk about themselves. Let's just jump into this, and then we'll tell you more details by the end of this video. And also, be sure to subscribe if you want more, like, Critical Role and or D&D content, because we're doing tons, and we can't wait. Here we go. Also, if you are starting your own campaign, how's it going?
Let us know.
What's new? And talk more about Discord later.
We'll do that later.
Yeah, here we go.
Through this campaign, we would have never imagined that we would get some of these names to be voices on our show.
I mean, I feel like a broken record when I just keep fanboying over the actors who are playing these characters, but I'm a fanboy for all the actors playing these characters.
Oh!
They're all so good! I can't believe these people are working on the show.
It's an interesting circumstance to be developing an animated series where I created and performed so many of these characters, and then now we have the opportunity to...
It must be hard to hand them over to other people.
I should not play them. I'm genuinely really excited for it.
Imagine if he did
that. Find the right people to breathe life into these characters in ways that I never could.
Just like the player characters, all of these NPCs that you've seen, they have a piece of Matt in them. They feel like friends.
No.
So when we're casting it, there has been that deep amount of levels of consideration to make sure that they will truly be the exact perfect fit.
Yeah, exactly.
I always want Matt to voice every man, woman, and child, but it's been
every man, woman, and child.
The guests we've had come in and bring some of these long cherished characters to life.
One of those NPCs that is beloved by all is Sean Gilmore.
Yes! Oh my god, that hurts!
A lot of back and forth with Matt. Matt himself was actually the one that was very adamant about allowing someone else to take a shot at this beloved character.
I wanted to make sure that his importance to the story was given the care that it deserved.
We really wanted to find somebody who is
perfect being,
and still full of life, and I think we found it.
Sunil Malhotra has done an incredible job of portraying Gilmore.
Sean Gilmore is, in my imagination, a naughty, sexy, mischievous cat. If he's not selling his wares, he's selling himself.
Oh my god!
Playfulness, charisma, respect.
I feel very close to Gilmore.
Aww.
Full of energy and life, and that is like hand in glove for me.
He's bringing a very unique flair and passion to the role, and he is really good at hooking a finger under Bax's chin still.
What we ended up with was enough of Matt's version of the character that we still recognize him as the Gilmore that we fell in love with, but this new spin, a new take that has an authenticity that we could not have gotten if Matt had played the character.
The voice really hits everything that you want out of Gilmore. I'm quite pleased.
I'm quite pleased.
Oh
shit! Oh my god!
Broad, diverse, crazy.
I'm a huge fan of maps with, like, fiction, so.
From around the realm, and to
the Dragon Prince one is like,
I know. Her work is amazing.
8 cast members of Critical Role. It was always a big goal of ours to make this world feel expansive and real.
This show is a great big stew of unbelievable casting choices and people that you've been waiting for and knew were going to be part of it.
We're blessed with choice when it comes to extremely talented people that happen to be friends of ours. And so there have been opportunities in the series to have people like Harry Payton.
Not unfamiliar to Critical Role fans for his portrayal as Shikasta or in Undeadwood.
Oh, look at them.
Oh, I love
A
it.
huge voice. Harry Payton was someone that we turned to for that, and he delivered instantly. He has a level of regality to his voice that you just can't ignore.
He just brings so much weight and integrity to Uriel and gives it even more than I would have imagined.
We're trying with some of the casting to make sure that everybody you want to hear who's been a part of the family sneaks in there every now and then. Felicia Day is a perfect example.
Oh.
Of someone you'll hear rattling around Tal'Dorei.
You'll hear her doing her level best to defend the Mon against its enemies in a few of the early
Oh, shit, I didn't
episodes.
see that.
Doraemon has won!
It would not be easy for Felicia Day. She took a chance on us, she saw the possibility, and we knew that we wanted to use her.
Oh, good. I'm glad they put her in.
People we have known and loved, such as Bob and Paul.
Okay, we'll take you in. But the bear waits outside.
Good old Bobby Hall got to play some guards.
Bobby Hall.
Episodes.
He blew us away. He was phenomenal.
Also stepping up for a character favorite from the Vox Machina campaign is Eugene Berg as Jarrett. Jarrett got a new role in this show. He is now a captain of the arms of the Mon.
I'm so excited to even see like other things with Vox because I want to see how different it is from the show.
You need to prove it to him. You need to prove it to him more than a few times.
Eugene is like such a wonderful human being and such a wonderful person. He was in Gears of War with me, and I was so excited.
Jarrett is a character from our early home game days that some fans may not be super familiar with, but he did reside on the Council of Tal'Dorei, and we had to turn to a big voice for his character.
Hello, my name is David Tennant, and I'm playing General Krieg.
Why did he have no one intro? Why was he the only one?
Really on board to bring an NPC like Krieg to life, a pre-stream NPC. So he really is the one that brings it to life for the community as well for the first time.
I can't believe you made it.
He was so excited to be part of this project because he had seen the path that it took.
I think it's fantastic. I think this is how all shows should be pitched. They should all start in somebody's front room and end up on television. Why not?
Knowing what that character is going to be required to do, David was fantastic to work with.
We've also
I love seeing when people get
Tony Hale
of Veep fame is our Fitz. He transformed into this slimy, scheming thing so brilliant.
Playing the head cleric is Anjali Bhamani. Her dulcet tones matched perfectly with the character. Don't want to forget Cassandra DeRollo, sister of Percy, played by Esme Creed Miles. The Tavern Keeper, which was a fan-created character, voiced by Mason Alexander Park, who was incredible. They knocked it out of the booth. The goddess voice of the Everlight is Tracy Toms. Incredible voice, incredible performance.
And One Punch Man himself, Max Desmond, the coachman for the devious Briarwoods.
Bryn, who is a brand new character to the series, is voiced by Stacey Raymond. Also in the Whitestone crew as Keeper Yenin, we have Gina Torres.
Your first take of her is
Oh my god! Oh my god! What?
I love her.
Wait, what?
Wait, what the fuck?
What? Why didn't we hear that?
She's perfect.
Wait, what?
We made some changes.
Oh, we'll talk about this. We're talking about this.
Push this
Oh my god!
So funny.
a voice print that we thought would do justice. We're big fantasy fans, so again, in Shooting for the Moon, we reached out to Dominic Monaghan, and he said yes.
And he said yes.
Is a kind of buccaneering, swarthy man of short stature. He tends to let his fists and his axe do the talking.
He just sounds like such a badass dwarf.
I mean, every able-bodied fighter in Whitestone.
But they have a hobbit on our show. It's amazing.
Also, Stephen Root. We are huge fans of
No.
his, from everything from Office Space to Barry. The way that he chews and works with his words gave a whole new shape to the character of Anders.
Tick-tock.
Oh my god.
Yes, look at him get into it.
Meyer also cuts an extremely intimidating
Oh, no.
profile, and we knew with a half-giant of his size, we needed a voice to match it. You can't go wrong with Rory McCann, the Hound from Game of Thrones.
Oh wow.
Dr. Anna Ripley is another one of the Briarwood henchmen that we knew we needed to bring to life. And Kelly Hu does an incredible job of that.
Don't play dumb. It won't end well for you.
God, Kelly's a villain.
She has such a villain voice.
So two of the NPCs that obviously jumped to our mind in the beginning was Lady Allura by Sora, and then obviously Lady Kima of Board. Big shoes, big characters, beloved by all. And
beloved by all.
To an angelic voice from Game of Thrones in Dear Varma for Lady Allura by Sora. She has this grace and this prim quality to her.
I must object to this. We don't even know what the creature is. Demon? Elemental? And how do you propose we capture it?
She was able to deliver this very delicate, soft, but powerful dialogue.
I love you, Matt. I love your voice as Allura, but it's so amazing to hear the woman come to life.
And then her partner in crime, Kima of Board, played by the incredibly funny Stephanie Beatriz.
She has just the perfect cadence and the perfect deadpan delivery and just nails it with a total disdain for the entire group of Vox Machina.
She's large and in charge. She's under 4 feet tall.
Stephanie is a fantastic badass of the utmost variety.
Playing a badass is an internal thing.
I love her.
That you've decided that you take up. It isn't about how small or big you are.
She just like got it immediately and sounds exactly like I pictured Kima sounding.
While I miss Matt as Lady Kima,
I want to hear Matt.
yeah, I'm
like, I
excited for
really
that.
need to hear it.
Another immensely talented voiceover actress, the illustrious Greg Griffin. She is our Delilah Briarwood.
Villains, I can
Okay, no, perfect.
Deliciously wonderful to play.
Delilah is a very complicated villain.
I liken her to sort of like a big cat. I'll kill you when I feel like it.
She grasped so many facets of the subtlety and that brimming intensity and
Like, look how their facial expressions are and everything. Like,
upper crust.
She relishes in the villainous aspect, but she really gets the heart of Delilah.
She does do horrible things, but it's all in the name of love, so I have to root for her just a little bit.
just a little.
There's
She's
also
like,
the talented Darren DePaul joining us as Kieran Stonefeld.
He's grotesque, he's evil, he's disgusting.
he's disgusting.
So I'm sure everyone, of course, Darren, he's disgusting.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Darren.
Yeah, pick him. Of everybody else, just pick him.
Pictures come out of him that don't really make sense.
Nobody's going to get into that part of the basement of their voice like Darren can.
Oh my
There's
god.
a great joy in playing someone who just doesn't give a damn.
Yeah.
watching this universe come to life, it's bigger and more complex than I even imagined.
These are adult stories, adult themes, and because it's animated, it means that you can do so much more.
Anything that you can think of, anything that you can dream of, that can be brought to life in the world of animation.
Who would have thought that we would get to tell these stories in this medium, and people aren't ready for how vibrant and exciting it looks.
It's very like those cartoons that you watched as a kid. It can have roots of nostalgia, but with swear words.
Yeah, no swear words.
It feels
So
like
true,
our
though.
little group is just starting to expand and grow.
For many, many years, this was truly a world that only existed in a handful of people's imagination.
It feels like these characters that we have lived with for years now have been given new life.
The fact that there are all these critters who are invested in this means that, fuck, it needs to be seen, it needs to be made. This is because of you. And I know it brings tears to my eyes. It's kind of an amazing thing.
Indulge and engage with this moment that you helped create, because without you, it would not have been.
Knowing that the Legend of Vox Machina was creator made from top to bottom, there's a certain magic to that I don't think you can get anywhere else.
Yeah.
People say stuff like, this is your world, you created this. Like, I, to a degree, helped facilitate it, but I'm one of many storytellers in this. Me and all the players.
See how he is? Like, oh my god.
Artists, developers, and designers. This is a continued expansion of that collaboration, and collaboration is key. This isn't my world anymore.
Oh.
This is our world.
Oh, he's so, oh my god. See, this is what I mean when it's like you want to showcase other people. You want to show people that it's like if you're building something, don't be afraid to reach out to other people and give them a helping hand. Don't, even like, you know, there's so many artists out there, even voice actors, like we'll get on that in a minute because we have interviewed so many voice actors on all ages of Geek. It's not even funny. It's like you never know whose career you might launch. You never know who you might help along the way if you say, hey, I like your stuff, help me out with this. You know, and it's like, to know that they did this, and to know, first of all, I had no idea. Now, if you watch 911 Lone Star, you know who she is. I had blown away. I had no idea. Now that I think about it,
she did voices.
I know.
Either.
And now that I think about it, I'm like, wait a minute.
It literally sounds exactly like her.
Like,
she's a perfect voice for her too.
I'm like, wait a minute. So, oh my god, that was a good little treat for us. But I had it's one of those things.
No idea.
You know, in life when things just randomly happen, and then you're just you don't expect it to happen, and you're like, wait a freaking minute, this is a sign, and you're like, oh my god, that just happened on camera for us because we absolutely adore 911 Lone Star, and I just didn't know that she was going to be part of Vox, and now again going back. If you go back to the episodes, I'm literally wait a minute.
Perfect actress.
It's it fits so freaking well. Anyway, so also watch that show. It's really good. I'm really attached to the characters. Another show that's fantastic. Anyway, so I think that the beauty of behind this is Matt was saying that he couldn't in a way it was find the best cast possible because you know what, it was hard for them. Yeah. They admitted that it was hard, and it's a lot of contribution came into this. A lot of a lot of struggle went into it as well, a lot of time, because why?
Because it's been with them for years.
That's the thing.
Literal babies.
And I'm glad they got Felicia Day from a Geek and Sundry involved, because it's she kind of took them on and everything before they became how Critical Role is. But it's to know that they admitted that, to know that they've said that it's hard for us to kind of let go.
Yeah.
That's something, we're working on a project and we've had these characters for years and we're going to actually be looking for voice actors much later on. But it's we know how that is. Mm-hmm. We're working with an artist right now and we're we know how this is. And it's stressful because it's you have these characters in your mind, or you make them on Sims, you make them somewhere else, and it's you have more control over it. When you go and you hand it off the baton to somebody else, it's very stressful in different ways.
It's about trust, though.
That's
why
the biggest thing.
The best thing about this entire project that they're working on is they all know the project and they all trust each other. Because there's a lot of cartoons and TV shows where you could tell the cast and the creators and everything don't really have that chemistry. But they all have beautiful chemistry.
Because they're friends.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's
not even just the actors, everyone behind the project.
And it's everyone that may have known each other, and it's they actually in a way brought people. It's cute because it's they brought people that they've known for so many years, or brought people from their past that they've once talked twice or whatever, or worked on a similar project. They're all voice actors themselves, so a lot of people that they know that they've worked with in the past are working on with them. So it's kind of humbling to see that if they wanted to, they could be because I know that there's studios out there where it's we're gonna pay millions of dollars to get these creators on board, and it's to me, what they're doing is, while they have some big names, it's not everybody.
Yeah.
They spent the time to kind of
it's about the character, not the
how people
actor.
click with the character. It's if, again, going back to chemistry, it's it's not just cast chemistry. It's if somebody doesn't have that chemistry with a character, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. And it's you could tell the passion that they have for these characters, not even just the main cast, but everybody else.
NPCs,
you see them get into it, and it's even when they were saying it's hard for us to let go from Matt's voice.
Yeah,
it was hard for them to say
it was with them for years.
I know
it's so hard to hear a character that you grew up with basically.
Yeah,
change the voice.
Now my question is, how many years did Vox Machina go on for, and how many years is Campaign 2? How long did it go on for? Because to me, I like when you have long form stories in terms of how D&D is, because D&D is not just storytelling. It's acting, it's art, it's math, it's everything mixed together in one huge form of in a way togetherness. Mm-hmm. And it's how D&D is getting much more mainstream now. I see so many people just try to do it, and it's you definitely tell that there's not chemistry, or it's all over the place, and it's it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
It's when it comes to D&D, you want to make it feel right. You want to have everybody click. You want to take your time on it. You know, like so many people rush into it just because like, oh, it's trending, I'm just gonna go and do this. It's like you don't want to do this. You want to be able to like take your time with them, know your characters, spend time with your people that work with you on the campaign, and be like, hey, like this is what my story is about. You know, and it's like to me, I feel like that is the best form of storytelling outside of D&D is when you want to be able to kind of like work together on something and have a conversation about it.
That's
like,
why I'm glad Matt said what he did at the end, where it's not just his, because a lot of people who would be in his place would be like, I'm the creator of this, I did this.
You gotta let go.
He is so humble. He's like, no, this is not my story. It's our story.
It's our world now. And it's like, you know, for him, it's his baby almost. Like this is like something that came from, and if you think about it, it's personal because, and it's private. It comes from the inner workings of his mind, and he's able to get this out, and it exploded. And then that's like kind of in a way showing you that, like from his perspective, like he could have then said no to everybody if he wanted to, but he was able to kind of like slowly but surely let it go and say, I'm letting people in now. Go ahead, I trust you with this. So, but. Let's talk about the voice actors for a second, because we have interviewed so many voice actors. If you're a voice actor and even if you like have one thing on your reel and you want an interview, let us know. We'll totally make that possible for you. What do you usually contact
DM me on either Twitter or the AAOG Geek Twitter or my Discord. Yeah. If you're in the Discord, I'm just Tat. So just find Tat and DM me.
She's like on the side too.
Yeah.
But
Obi-Wan is my icon.
There you go. I'm Atticus. She's Obi-Wan. So you get the dynamic. But like with in terms of like that, like we want to be able to show people that you don't have to, like we keep saying in these videos, you don't have to have millions of followers to be a talented voice actor. Yeah. You don't have to have millions of followers to be a talented artist. And so many people are just like so upset over the fact with followers and the follower game and this and that. Like, while that's important, at the same time, the most important thing is your reel. So it's like, if you are a voice actor and you want to share your story, feel free to, because everyone has a story to tell. Yeah. There's billions of people in this world. And the beauty of that is that there's bound to be people and an audience for you. Yeah. And there's bound to be jobs for you.
And don't get discouraged if you get like 50 rejections. Because like, it's nothing like that you're not talented. It's just like maybe there was someone's voice who fit the character or whatever you're auditioning for better than yours. But don't feel like one rejection means you're never going to make it. Because that's not true at all.
And we love to hear your stuff too. Because like honestly, like you could tell passion versus like, you know, passion in art versus I'm just doing this because of like I want to be famous. And it's like, it's sad because you could see that humbleness between people's eyes and how they speak and how everything. It's like you can see the people that are really, really hungry for that, you know, drive for the career and like will continuously work the grind to make sure it happens for them. And then there's other people that are just doing it because they're like, oh, I want to get famous, and they have that attitude. Which, you know, if that is a factor of why you want, it's like, oh, I want to be like Matt Mercer. It's like, yeah, you could be like Matt Mercer, but don't become Matt Mercer.
Yeah,
be your
yourself.
own person.
Yeah.
You know, like there is like other voices out there for you, just like there's like a Levi Ackerman or something else. Like there's other things for you out there in the world, and it's like someone on a project will one day be like, you are the perfect fit, holy crap. Yeah. So don't get discouraged, it'll happen for you, and this is your sign and reminder, okay? God bless. Anyway, guys, so just a reminder that we are going to be doing campaign number 2. Again, how's it gonna go?
Basically, it's gonna be, if you watched our Vox reactions, basically the same thing where we'll post it on YouTube and Patreon at the same time. The cut version will be on YouTube, and then there'll be a link in the description where you can access the uncut version on Patreon.
And they should go up at the same time.
We don't have a date yet. It's coming next week.
Yeah.
But we don't have a day. Whatever day it posts is the day it's going to post every other week.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, when did Vox post?
I think it was Tuesdays, but I don't know.
What sounds good? Critical Role?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Well, actually, when did Critical Role post?
We'll figure it out after.
Because that'd be cute if we did it on the day when they were actually doing it. But if there's anything in between the campaigns that you would like us to react to for just like YouTube, you know how we do like League of Legends reactions or just like one-off type reactions, we'd be happy to add that in between. So it's like if it's like a short video, like
just DM me on Discord.
Because there's a lot. I know there's like a lot of animatics and everything, but we can't even watch any of them yet because of the fact that spoilers. Yeah, and they also have how to play D&D. So I would like to, if Matt wants to like learn from him. So Professor Matt. But no, because I know they had like a bunch of them where it's like you actually get to learn D&D from the cast, but I don't know when we can
Just let us know. Y'all are the experts, so just DM me on, again, Twitter or preferably Discord. So join our Discord because it's free.
Yeah, and just a shameless plug here, because I don't know if we put in random ads, but talking about this is important. If you want writing advice for a very, very cheap price in a way, because we want to package things for you guys and teach you some things that we've learned on the way from either professors, mentors, whoever, people that we've interviewed in the field, and also from our own advice, you guys can check out our other Patreon, which is Stack Stories. You guys can subscribe there for, it's like $5. If you are an already existing patron for All Ages of Geek, then you get that for $1, and it's going to be every single, weekly type lessons that are kind of packaged for you guys. And also we do, reviews on your stories, and we post our own work there, which will be the future of where we actually are posting our work. But we're going to use those as examples as well. So the link of that is also in the description if you're interested in that, because I know some of you have brought up that we've helped you with theses and everything else. I'm just okay, so we might as well do something like this, because the reason we did this is we're really tired of seeing a lot of courses be thousands of dollars.
$5,000.
There was one course that kind of triggered us, and we were just wait, it's $5,000, excuse me, for a writing course. And it's just because authors out there think that they have a few awards up their sleeve.
They have the New York seller.
The New York Times bestseller. They do a few keynote speeches. It's and it's usually the same type of advice you get, and then majorly just about them. My book because of this. So it's what we want to do is kind of make it extremely affordable for anybody. And instead, because we believe that knowledge should be free, and instead of the knowledge that we're kind of giving you, it's not that. We're kind of doing this because we're packaging it for you. So it's just a lot to be able to package it, and then we send it off to you guys. And just if you're fans of The Sims, just get ready. And are there
we're starting with world building, so
yeah, that's gonna be fun. Oh my god. But alright, friends, we've been amazing. They stay weird, stay wonderful, stay awesome. Till next video, just fang off in my fan person every single day. Bye.